welcome back. So in this video, I thought I'd walk you through an overview of my book called How to Get Over Your Ex in 5 Hours. So this is on Amazon. I wrote this using Kindle Create, and then I made it into an audiobook. And there's promo codes here too. You can see here that ACX, which is connected to Amazon Books, they have promo codes. So United Kingdom is here, and also if I fast forward, you can see here they also have the United States. So this might be a benefit because the majority of the traffic for the Reprogramming Mind channel is mostly United States and United Kingdom. So if you guys want some of these promo codes, I do have them available. I'll put a link in the bio. So in the meantime, I thought we would do an overview of this book, and let's start. So the contents you can see here, I just got an overview. So I'm just going to go over that, and then we'll touch on what some of these other chapters are briefly, just to give you an understanding as to the landscape of the whole overall book. And I've got this kind of written out over here. So let's take a look at what we've got. And if you ever wanted to write your own book, I definitely recommend using Kindle Create. It's free software and it's connected to Amazon, and it works. So anyways, this book about how to get over your ex, this I wrote because after my breakup, I became curious to find out how some people bounce back after adversity. And also, if you want to get some of the free chapters, you can sign in to here, How to Get Over Your Ex Faster with excerpts. This link up here, I'll put that in the bio. And then a pop-up will come, and then just fill in your name, and I'll send you some highlights from the chapters, okay? So anyways, I became curious about people that had a breakup and were able to bounce back. So I did some research on people who were able to go from the rubble to becoming rock stars, basically. So these would be folks who had suffered the slings and arrows of life and were able to bounce back like champions, like Dr. James Prochaska, Stephanie Germanotta, who you know as Lady Gaga, Tina Turner, Joanne Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter books, Theodore Roosevelt, Donald Hebb, and more. So all of them experienced adversity, and they all rebounded like rock stars and became a benefit to humanity. So that's sort of an overview of the people that share a quality that I call rock star resilience. So after realizing that people have been in worse positions than mine and came out fine, next was to find the science about mental health and brain strategies for bouncing back. So this led to the work of Dr. Richard Davidson. Now, he got his PhD in psychology from Harvard. He's a neuroscientist at University of Massachusetts. Now, he puts experts of meditation, so usually these are monks, into fMRIs, and he checks out their brains. He's also good buddies with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Richard Davidson was also nominated for 2 Pulitzer Prizes, and bottom line is that Time magazine hails him as one of the top 100 people transforming our world. He's also the founder of the Health Center for Healthy Minds. So his work is about emotions and resilience and reshaping our brains through the cultivation of positive mental states, right? So if you want to get over your ex, you don't want to just get over them, but I'm sure you'd like to do it with more well-being and having positive mental states and rebuilding the circuitry in your brain that enables you to have greater resilience so that in the future, when you have other setbacks, you're able to bounce back with greater strength and ease. So one of the things he found out is, well, there's 4 things. I'm just going to touch on these, although in the book I only kind of went on one of them, which is about having a purpose in life, all right? So this is about having a clear direction in life and a sense that life has meaning. And this has been linked with faster recovery from negative events and with longer life. So in the book, I mentioned a couple of studies with thousands of people that have been through heartbreaking experiences and tsunamis and hurricanes, and came out stronger. So what do they all have in common? A purpose in life, all right? So that's something you might want to keep in mind. And then knowing that these things are all plastic, in other words, these circuits in the brain that are responsible for awareness and insight and connection are related to circuits in the brain that are all malleable, that all have exhibited neuroplasticity. So in other words, the brain can change with experience, and the changes that you're looking for to bounce back are these ones right here, and they are all able to improve and become enhanced. So now that we know that, we can move into the next thing, which is about one of the fastest ways to change the brain, and that's through memory reconsolidation. So this is a natural process in the brain for updating memories. Now, this is vital for being able to get over a breakup because your limbic system has created associations to your ex that really are no longer of service, right? So those memories of your ex that might be a problem is what we're seeking to be targeting and modifying. So this process occurs in about a 5 to 6-ish hour window of opportunity called the memory reconsolidation window. The research on this was from Christina Alberini's book, which is the best book on memory reconsolidation. And she also worked on that with Joseph Ledoux. And they're the scientists who wrote about the current biology of memory. And I should bring up a link to that right now. Okay, memory reconsolidation. Let's just get rid of this. Yeah, okay, accept all cookies. Memory reconsolidation. You can see this is Christina Alberini and Joseph Ledoux. This link here is always available. And here's all kinds of information about how to be able to use the brain's natural process for updating memories. Now, if you've not heard of this before, it's because for the last century, the understanding about memory has been inaccurate. It's been quite wrong. And she mentions that in here somewhere. But anyways, within the last 15 to 20 years, there's more evidence showing that memories are changeable and rewritable. So that's a good thing. I just wanted to show you the highlight, though, where they say 100 years. Da, 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 da. I think it's maybe down here more. I don't know, but in any case, that was the Dilio, and this has been found in more than 10 species, so like worms and Medaka fish, crabs, chicks, mice, stuff like that. Opinion, Washington Peace, hang on. Washington, hang on. Let me get my typing right. I'm trying to get my words right, dude. Washington Post opinions, right, okay. The best PTSD treatment you've never heard of. So I'm just going to take a look at this image. This looks like a guy, like an army guy, because he's got a camouflage gear on, and looks kind of scrubbed, like the image looks like it's in rewind. That's because they're talking about a rewind strategy that helps reconsolidate memories. And these should be your problem memories, right? People that have PTSD, and they're able to take that problem memory and no longer have it generate the autonomic response of panic and fear and fright response. Okay, so how does that happen? Through this way, through the reconsolidation of traumatic memories. So what's that about? That's about the brain's natural process of updating and rewiring and modifying and erasing and changing memories, right? We can do this. I can do this. We can do this. Wow. So that's cool. So that's what this whole article is about. And you can see here, in contrast, reconsolidation of traumatic memories only requires 3 to 4 sessions, totaling about 5 hours, and involves no drugs or re-traumatization. Now, that's exactly what I've based my book on here. It's called How to Get Over Your Ex in 5 Hours. It is based precisely on that. I'm just going to take a look inside here and you'll see. Let's see here. Boom, memory reconsolidation, right? Chapter 4. And that's like 22 pages of it. But instead of looking at it through here, let's take a look at it inside my book. So let's just fast forward here. Go to page, what page is it on? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So this is chapter 4. Who should I quote here? I've got a lot of good quotes here. One thing about recording the audiobook is they don't let you read the references. So a lot of times I wanted to say stuff that were in the references, but I couldn't because it was just not, it's not cool to listen to as an audiobook for someone to say, oh, see reference / DOI ... period 149966. You know, it's just not fun. Here's a quote from Bruce Ecker. This is from his book called Unlocking the Emotional Brain Using Memory Reconsolidation. And again, this is about rewriting memories that you've had about your ex that are pop-ups, that are annoying, that are intrusive, that are giving you stress or shame or guilt or sadness or emotions that are negative attached to a memory. You want to be able to change that memory. So here's a quote. Says, when two mutually contradictory schemas are juxtaposed consciously, the schema that more comprehensively or credibly models reality. Let me say that again. Basically what it is when you have two models of the world, the right world and the wrong world, when you come back them together, the right world wins. But to do that, we don't know what that right world is. You don't know what your world looks like being amazing, at being after the breakup, and seeing yourself as a better, stronger version of you after a breakup. You've not created that schema, that model of the world. But if you did, and you contrasted it against that being the kind of broken-hearted version of yourself, then the memories of that breakup will be updated. That's what this quote's basically about. Another example is Dr. House Phantom Limb Pain. If y'all watch Dr. House, he does a memory reconsolidation strategy on a dude. And you know what? I can actually go to this right now. Hey, let's do that. So instead of going to here, let's go paste. Oh no, it didn't work. Okay, no worries. I got a plan B. YouTube, Dr. House, Phantom Limb Pain, Panini, Phantom Limb Bread. All right, let's just click on the first one. Okay, so here's the dude with the problem. One of his hands has been blown up, but that blown up hand is still feeling the problem. So you see he's got that hook hand. So this guy's still feeling pain in that hand. All right, here's the part that's, he knocks him out because nobody wants to do this. Okay, so here's a reflection of the hand. Now he's creating a prediction error, also known as a violation of expectations. So the schema before was that, oh no, my hand's blown up, but I'm still feeling the pain. So now House is giving this guy an experience where he imagines his hand opening up, and that allows the brain to go about its neuroplasticity business and recognize that, oh, that hand is gone. We've let go of the grenade. Now we have protein synthesis going on. So in and around here, this contradictory information is in there. He's going to get this.
Oh my God.
The pain's gone.
Relaxed. For 36 years I've been in pain.
Boom, 36 years the dude's in pain. So what happened there? The brain reconsolidated and it basically got protein synthesis. You can't reconsolidate memories without protein synthesis. So in this instance, it probably got, during that mismatch prediction error, zinc finger 268, which is a common protein for reconsolidating memories. But I'm just letting you know that being able to reconsolidate memories is something natural, right? And this is the process that we're looking to be using for helping you to get over your ex faster, all right? So when a deconsolidated memory, so that's when you have that problem memory and you begin to open it up, is unlearned and erased. The erasure is limited to precisely the reactivated target learning without impairing other closely linked emotional learning that have not been directly reactivated. So let me give you an example of this. I remember I had a big argument with my wife about the availability of chalupas at Taco Bell. So I remember whenever I would think about that memory, it would get me all angry and heated up about it. So anyways, I did reconsolidate this memory and I feel a lot better about it. Everything's cool. And it didn't challenge any of the other memories around that, you know, it just targets that one thing in specific. So that's what that is. And this is, again, shown with animals and with humans. Let me just show this right here. It says, and in human studies using endogenous, so natural insight, you know, behavioral erasure demonstrated in a human study that showed that erasure of a learned fear did not impair autobiographical memory of the experiences in which subjects had acquired the conditioned fear flight response. Okay, so they remember it happened, but they no longer have that fear flight response. Okay, so they remember the event, but they no longer have the stress frame around it, basically is what's going on. Now that you know a little bit of the science about it, let's take a look at some examples. So this is the American Psychological Association. You can see atop the screen here, and it says reconsolidation of traumatic memories for post-traumatic stress disorder. So this was with men, and of those treated, 71% lost the diagnosis for PTSD. And if we just take a look at the bottom line here, this article provides evidence to support a fast, bracket, 5 hours or fewer, unbracket, robust intervention for PTSD characterized by intrusive symptoms, including current month flashbacks, right? So if you're having flashbacks of your ex, kind of like I was having flashbacks about a fight or some kind of altercation that occurred, right? Nightmares and accompanied by sympathetic, so that's stress, arousal in response to trauma narratives, right? So if you've got that story in your head that's causing you those stressful emotions, guilt, anger, sadness, and shame, you want to be able to take some of those memories, have that be the target, and have those be reconsolidated. And again, it's talking about how this provides evidence to support a fast, 5 hours or fewer, robust intervention. And again, that's what this book here is about, how to get over your ex in 5 hours. So basically using this memory reconsolidation mechanism in the brain to be able to change memories about your ex so that you can get over them with greater ease. All right, now that was with men. Now with women, it's got even greater efficacy. So this again is another study that it's in American Psychological Association, and the title is An Open-Label Randomized Controlled Trial of the Reconsolidation of Traumatic Memories in Military Women. And you can see here it says the RTM eliminated intrusive symptoms and significantly decreased symptom scale ratings in 90% of the participants. Okay, so 90%. And again, the bottom line here, it says, conclusions, the reconsolidation of traumatic memories effectively treated PTSD independent of trauma source in females. So SM is, what is that, service members. Okay, so service members and veterans effectively replicating previous results in the male populations. And that previous result is the one we were just talking about. So with the guys, it was like 70-something%, 70, 71. With the women, it was around 90. It was 90. So there you go. Problem memories being reconsolidated in that 5 to 6 hour window. All right. How is this going to be good for you as far as getting over a breakup and stuff? Well, first off, let's look about the cost of a breakup. Like, to being able to get over a memory, like, not only does it cost us like the time of going through it, but there's some other stuff too. It can lead to emotional distress, including feelings of sadness, anger, betrayal, and loneliness. And dealing with those emotions takes time and effort to heal, right? But if we can save some of that time. Second, what if you had that an experience where there was a loss of trust? Well, would you want to have it so that you never trust people again? Well, you want to be able to trust some people again. So if you have memories where you can never trust, then that's got to be something that should be updated. And Bruce Eckert has a great step-by-step walkthrough with a woman who needed a memory reconsolidation strategy because her parents would kind of lie to her and would say, hey, clean up your room and we'll take you to Disneyland. And then she'd clean up her room and then the parents would say, what? We never said that thing about Disneyland. And then that woman could not form good relationships with people for the rest of her life. I'll go through with that one in another time, in another video. But I'm just letting you know that the costs of these kind of heartbreaking experience can impact us over life. So it can change our self-esteem, right? So it can negatively affect the way that we feel about ourselves. We can feel inadequate without that partner. And here's the thing. What if you reconsolidated that memory and realized, hey, you can feel more than adequate without that partner? I mean, think about Ike Turner and Tina Turner, right? When those two broke up, she became the superstar queen of rock and roll. Well, that's far superior, right? That's not inadequate. That's overtly adequate, all right? So her self-worth, she may have questioned it, but it was far superior after the breakup, even, long-term than it was before it or during it, all right? So impact on self-esteem. You want to be able to change those words that are going in so that you're no longer having that kind of deleterious negative thinking that can cause us to compromise our emotional regulation circuitry. All right, also we have social circle changes, right? Our friends, like what if your ex had friends and now they don't want to spend time with you? It's kind of awkward, right? Mutual friends may feel compelled to choose sides or maintain a certain distance. There's disruption of future plans. You guys might have going to be buying a house together or making babies together or doing business together or whatever, but those plans get, squashed. So the sooner we can kind of get over these things, the better we're back into the game, and if we don't, well, then we're just perseverating in negative emotions and that can have long-term negative implications, okay? So again, there are ways to be able to take advantage of neuroplasticity and the changes in the brain that enable you to be able to bounce back, all right? So that's kind of an overview of the book. And what also is handy about this, I remember seeing a raccoon get run over in the summer, and I was having nightmares and flashbacks about it for like several days. And then I did the same strategy to be able to stop thinking about that raccoon, and I feel I'm fine about it now. I'm no longer, I have worries about that. So I was also able to use these strategies just to be able to get over other stuff, right? So this is not just about getting over your ex. This is about being able to change memories that have been perhaps not too good for you. Not just the ones that you have now, but the memories that we get in the future, right? So that's why I think that this is handy. All right, I'm going to wrap up here. And before I go, if you are in the United States, let me know. Reply to the email and just say US. And then what I'll do is I'll copy this blurb and I'll reply and send it to you and I'll share it to you. All right, and then that way you'll get, I think, a discount or some kind of promotion or something with this book. Maybe a freebie. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the deal is. I'm in Canada, so this doesn't apply to me. But if you're in the United States, I can get you those codes And if you're in the UK, I can get you those codes as well. And that's for this book, How to Get Over Your Ex in 5 Hours, Mental Strategies to Get Over a Breakup. And for everybody else that's looking for them, then you're just going to have to go to my website and fill in the email. Now, what will happen is with the email, I'm actually going to send you a hypnosis audio about being able to get over a breakup and rebuild your future. And you'll also get, so you can fill it right here on the side. You'll get them, or you can fill up the pop-up. Now, once you put in the email, you're going to get a, or right here, you can put in your email. Once you do that, you'll get this free hypnosis MP3, but also on that page, there'll be another opt-in. So if you want to put in your first name and last name, you'll get the Rockstar Resilience affirmations and Iliisms. So these are statements related to people that experience post-traumatic growth. So I'll send that to you. It'll be all in your name too. So it's like personalized affirmations. All right, so visit reprogrammingmind.com. What does this say? Overview and how to get over stuff faster with excerpts from How to Get Over Your Ex in 5 Hours. Yeah, nice, easy link. But I'll put that in the bio. And then once you fill it in, then you'll be able to get other emails. And you just let me know if you're in the US or UK, and then I can send these codes to you. All right? All right, so that's that. And I look forward to sharing more with you guys in the future. And also, I wanted to show you that if you wanted to hear it, there is the, where is it? Audio book. Let me just click on this for a second. Yeah, audio sample.
If you think of the ex.
So this is like a 5-minute window that they give you. So I just found the most, I guess, meatiest part of the book of 5 minutes. They allow you to put a 5-minute blurb in here. So I put the 5-minute sample in there. So if you want to hear that, that might help you out. And you can see here, it says Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I did a video walkthrough playlist reviewing that book. So I'm glad that it says that people who read this book are also reading this book, because a lot of my thinking and stuff is certainly has an influence by Dr. Joe Dispenza. All right, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. This is D.S. Yvonne at reprogrammingmind.com. Bye for now.